Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi Nakshatra and important anniversaries, a spiritual and historical insight of 5th January 2025, Sunday, Bengali date 20 Pos 1431. As per Beni Madhavsil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Sukla Sosti and up to 2056 hours and after that Sukla Saptami. Today's Nakshatra is Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra and up to 2 and 29 hours and after that Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Today is 5th day of the year. There are then 360 days left in 2025. Today is first Sunday of 2025. Today is National Bird Day. National Bird Day is celebrated on January 5th every year to recognize the importance of birds in the ecosystem and to raise awareness about their conservation. History: the day was first celebrated in 2002 and is rooted in the United States. The date was chosen because it's also the day of the annual Christmas bird count, a citizen survey that provides information about the health and numbers of birds in the country. Purpose: the day highlights the beauty and diversity of birds and emphasizes their role in maintaining ecological balance. It also encourages people to reflect on their connection with wildlife and to protect the planet's diverse bird species. Today is National Whipped Cream Day. Add a little extra something special to desserts to celebrate on January 5th for National Whipped Cream Day. Not only does it add creaminess and a bit of pizzazz, but it also makes the difference between the ho-hum or a celebration kind of beverage or dessert. This holiday falls on Reddy Whip founder Aaron Bunny Lapin's birthday, January 5. Lapin invented Reddy Whip in 1948 and the holiday celebrates whipped cream's contributions to the dessert world. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Barindra Kumar Ghosh, 5th January 1880 to 18th April 1959. Barindra Kumar Ghosh or Barindra Ghosh or popularly Barind Ghosh was an Indian revolutionary and journalist. He was one of the founding members of Jugantar Bengali Weekly, a revolutionary outfit in Bengal. Ghosh was a younger brother of Sri Aurobindo. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Max Born, 11th December 1888 to 5th January 1970. Max Born was a German-British theoretical physicist who was instrumental in the development of quantum mechanics. He also made contributions to solid-state physics and optics and supervised the work of a number of notable physicists in the 1920s and 1930s. Born was awarded the 1954 Nobel Prize in Physics for his fundamental research in quantum mechanics, especially in the statistical interpretation of the wave function. Born entered the University of Göttingen in 1904, where he met the three renowned mathematicians Felix Klein, David Hilbert, and Hermann Minkowski. He wrote his PhD thesis on the subject of the stability of elastic wires and tapes, winning the university's philosophy faculty prize. In 1905, he began researching special relativity with Minkowski and subsequently wrote his habilitation thesis on the Thomson model of the atom. A chance meeting with Fritz Haber in Berlin in 1918 led to discussion of how an ionic compound is formed when a metal reacts with a halogen, which is today known as the Born-Haber cycle. In World War One, he was originally placed as a radio operator, but his specialist knowledge led to his being moved to research duties on sound ranging. In 1921, Born returned to Göttingen, where he arranged another chair for his longtime friend and colleague James Franck. Under Born, Göttingen became one of the world's foremost centers for physics. In 1925, Born and Werner Heisenberg formulated the mechanics representations of quantum mechanics. Following year, he formulated the now standard interpretation of the probability density function for in the Schrödinger equation, for which he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1954. His influence extended far beyond his own research. Max Delbrück's work, Siegfried Plough, Friedrich Hund, Pascual Jordan, Maria Geoffart Mayer, Lothar Wolfgang Nordheim, Robert Oppenheimer, and Victor Piscoff all received their PhD degrees under Born at Göttingen, and his assistants included Enrico Fermi, Werner Heisenberg, Gerhard Herzberg, Friedrich Hund, Wolfgang Pauli, Leon Rosenfeld, Edward Teller, and Eugene Wigner. In January 1933, the Nazi Party came to power in Germany, and Born, who was Jewish, was suspended from his professorship at the University of Göttingen. He emigrated to the United Kingdom, where he took a job at St. John's College, Cambridge, and wrote a popular science book, The Restless Universe, as well as Atomic Physics, which soon became a standard textbook. In October 1936, he became the Ted Professor of Natural Philosophy at the University of Edinburgh, where working with German-born assistants A. Walter Kellerman and Klaus Fuchs. He continued his research into physics. Born became a naturalized British subject in 31st August 1939, one day before World War II broke out in Europe. He remained in Edinburgh until 1952. He retired to Bad Pyrmont in West Germany and died in hospital in Göttingen on 5th January 1970. Today is birth anniversary of Paramahansa Yogananda, 5th January 1893 to 7th March 1952. Paramahansa Yogananda, born Mukundulal Ghosh, was an Indian-American Hindu monk, yogi and guru who introduced millions to meditation and Kriya Yoga through his organization, Self-Realization Fellowship, and Yogoda Satsang of Society of India, the only one he created to disseminate his teachings. A chief disciple of the Yoga Guru Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri, he was sent by his lineage to spread the teachings of yoga to the West. He immigrated to the US at the age of 27 to prove the unity between Eastern and Western religions and to preach a balance between Western material growth and Indian spirituality. His long-standing influence in the American yoga movement and especially the yoga culture of Los Angeles led him to be considered by yoga experts as the father of yoga in the West. He lived his last 32 years in the US. Yogananda was among the first Indian teachers to settle in the US and the first prominent Indian to be hosted in the White House by President Calvin Coolidge in 1927. His early acclaim led to him being dubbed the 20th century's first superstar guru by the Los Angeles Times. Arriving in Boston in 1920, he embarked on a successful transcontinental speaking tour before settling in Los Angeles in 1925. For the next 2.5 decades, he gained local fame and expanded his influence worldwide. He created a monastic order and trained disciples, went on teaching tours, bought properties for his organization in various California locales, and initiated thousands into Kriya Yoga. By 1952, SRF had over 100 centers in both India and the United States. As of 2012, they had groups in nearly every major American city. His plain movie living and high thinking principles attracted people from all backgrounds among his followers. He published his autobiography of a yogi in 1946 to critical and commercial acclaim. It has sold over 4 million copies, with Harper San Francisco listing it as one of the 100 best spiritual books of the 20th century. Former Apple CEO Steve Jobs ordered 500 copies of the book for each guest at his memorial to be given a copy. It was also one of Elvis Presley's favorite books and one he gave out often. The book has been regularly reprinted and is known as the book that changed the lives of millions. A documentary about his life, commissioned by SRF, Awake, The Life of Yogananda, was released in 2014. He remains a leading figure in Western spirituality. A biographer of Yogananda, Philip Goldberg, considers him the best known and most beloved of all Indian spiritual teachers who have come to the West. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Rudolf Christoph Luken, January 1846 to 14 September 1926. Rudolf Christoph Eucken was a German philosopher. He received the 1908 Nobel Prize in Literature in recognition of his earnest search for truth, his penetrating power of thought, his wide range of vision, and the warmth and strength in presentation with which in his numerous works he has vindicated and developed an idealistic philosophy of life after he had been nominated by a member of the Swedish Academy. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Joseph Erlanger, 5th January 1874 to 5th December 1965. Joseph Erlanger was an American physiologist who is best known for his contributions to the field of neuroscience. Together with Herbert Spencer Gazer, he identified several varieties of nerve fiber and established the relationship between action potential, velocity, and fiber diameter. They were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1944 for these achievements. Thank you very much for your patience.